कोरोना नहीं वैक्सीन लगवा लिया।
Yeah, good evening once again. It's 5:31. I think we should begin with a presentation for all those who have already joined. So before I start with the presentation, I have a few announcements to make. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining for today's webinar, and the topic is on NSDL e-services. Now, there are few announcements, as I said, I need to make. First is, I request each and every participant to please put their audio and their videos off. I'll tell you the reason why I'm saying that. Now, what happens is this meeting is recorded, and many a times it so happens is whatever happens in the background is being seen by the others, or it is being heard by the others. So, to keep it personal, we would request you to put your audio and your videos off. This presentation would be in 3 parts. I'd begin the presentation with an introduction to NSDL and the capital markets, followed by a presentation by Mr. Sujay Shah, who's a director with Mangal Keshav Financial Services LLP. And we would end the session with a question answer. Now, at any given point in time, just give me a moment, I'm getting a lot of disturbance. Yeah, at any given point in time, in case you have questions or you have any queries, we would take it at the end of the session. And we request you to write your questions in the chat box. And at the end of the program, we will take the questions one by one. So let me introduce to you the speaker for today. As I said, we have Mr. Sujay Shah, who's a partner and director at Mangal Keshav Financial Services. He's also the director with Mangal Keshav Commodity Brokers Limited. He's the director with Mangal Keshav Capital Limited, and he is a registered research analyst. He's been there in the stock market since 1992. So we should take advantage of his experience. And in case you want to know from him, please do uh, don't hesitate. You can ask it at the end of the session. And he's also a stock market trainer. Welcome, Mr. Sujay Shah, for the session today.
Thank you for a lovely introduction.
Yes.
Good evening to all.
Yeah, so we begin. I will give a brief description on NSDL first, so that you get familiar with the terms which will be there during the presentation. Let me share my presentation, please. I'll put my video off. I'll put it on at the time of question answer now. Mr. Shah, can you see my presentation?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much. Okay. I'll give you a brief introduction on NSDL. So here we go with the first slide. Now you see in this slide, can I request participants to please put their audios off, please, and also their videos. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. As you see on screen, we have the market regulator, which is SEBI. Now, SEBI was set up by the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992 with three prime objectives. First is to protect the interest of the investors in the securities market. Second is promoting and regulating the development of the securities market. And third is regulating the business of the stock exchanges. Now, SEBI, as you know, is a licensing authority for all the entities that are mentioned here on the screen. Like it is a regulator for the stock and commodity and derivative exchanges like the NSE, BSE, and CDX. Okay, and also it acts as a regulator for the depository like NSDL, CDSL, and other intermediaries. Now, under the SEBI has various registration norms which all these entities need to fulfill, and SEBI has the right to inspect their working and the power to penalize in case of non-compliance. So, with all these powers in hand, uh, SEBI functions as a regulator of the capital market. Now, in the past, there are, as you know, to start investments in the securities market, you require three accounts, that is bank, broking, and a demat account. Some years back down the line, when we in our younger days, uh, we had to open accounts with three different entities. But now it is very simple. There are various intermediaries or many DPs offering the three-in-one service where you get the account, all the three accounts at one place. They also now that it is also possible to open demat accounts online. And if you see the center one, which is there, the trading account is required only if you want to buy and sell securities. It is not mandatory as such. For example, suppose you just want to invest in IPOs or mutual funds, you need not have a trading account. So basically, it is required only if you buy and sell shares. Now, about NSDL, you must be aware, most of you, that NSDL was set up in 1996. Okay, and it is the first depository in India. We have another depository which is CDSL, and we consider ourselves as the largest depository in the world. Why I say that? On what ground or on what basis I speak that? Is I will tell you some interesting facts in the slides to come. And the third is, like in order to open a bank account, you have to go to a bank and not the Reserve Bank of India. In a similar fashion, in order to open a demat account, you have to go and open a demat account with the depository participant. Okay, now these depository participants, are spread far and wide across the nation. For example, I'll tell you some statistics. We have about 280 depository participants who have joined NSDL, and we have about 31,939 service centers. Now, what I mean by this is these depository participants have their offices in villages, towns, district, at all levels. Now, one more interesting fact here is I would like to tell you that we have covered almost 99.17% of the pin codes in India where there is a depository participant service center offering services to the investors at large. Now, if you see the tagline, it says technology, trust, and reach. This is what we talk about reach when we have covered so many pin codes. And yes, going ahead in future, maybe we would also increase the penetration across the boundaries. Now, this when I was speaking about that we consider ourselves as one of the largest depositories in the world, this is the figure that I was looking at. And if you see custody value, what is custody value would be? Custody value is the total value of all the assets that are held in the demat accounts of investors across the depository. Now, if you see this figure, the custody value is 225.77 lakh crores. Just keep this figure in mind, 225.77 lakh crores. So, the next slide, I will compare this custody figure, which I said 225.77 lakh crores. Now, the first comparison is with the bank deposits. Now, if you see this chart as on March last year, 2020, the bank deposits were at 140 lakh crores, whereas the custody value of NSDL was at 160. And if you recollect, at March 2020, the markets were also not doing well. But now, if you compare it with the value which was there last month, to 25.77 lakh crores, it is much higher than the bank deposits. The bank deposits also would have increased, so it will be equal to or very close to the bank deposits of the country. Now, second comparison which I made with that custody value is this. Now, if you see the custody value is at 160 lakh crores in March 2020, whereas the GDP was at 203. We were quite close, but now going ahead, yes, the custody value also has increased. So it could be in par with the GDP of the nation. That's the reason why I say that we consider ourselves to be as one of the largest depositories in the world. It's a proud moment, isn't it? Okay, now this is an important slide which talks on the operations of NSDL. If you know this slide, you will know how it functions. Now, if you see NSDL is situated right in the center of the screen, all transactions are first routed to the NSDL central system. Each and every entity is connected to NSDL with that line, which is the link. This is the electronic connectivity to NSDL, but no entity is connected with each other. So what I mean to say is transactions get first recorded in the NSDL central system and then the effect in the investor's account. Now let me explain one concept here. First is the issuer and R&D agent. What is R&D? RNT is basically the registrar and transfer agent of a company. Now, who is an issuer company? Now, suppose, for example, a company decides to make their shares available for demat. They will enter into an agreement with NSDL, and on signing the agreement, okay, there is one interesting code which they get, which is called the International Securities Identification Number, ISIN. Okay, so this code, so why is this code given? And one more fact here is NSDL is the one who issues this ISIN numbers across the depository. And across this depository, the ISIN is the same for each company. It does not vary. Okay, second entity. Now, some years back, there were listed companies who had already joined. It was mandatory for them to join and make their shares available for demat. Now, a few months back, just before lockdown, I guess it was, where unlisted companies also could make their shares available for demat. Now, there are lots of people who keep on calling or writing to us saying that we have shares in unlisted companies. How do I dematerialize these securities of mine? What you can do is go to NSCL website, check whether these securities are available for demat or not, and then submit the DRF, that is the demat request form, along with the certificate to your depository participant for dematerialization. But you should check two factors. First, whether the company is available for demat, and secondly, whether the RNT is providing services. Otherwise, the demat would remain pending for some time if the services by the RNT are not being provided. Keep those 2 points in mind always. Last in the slide I would explain is about the clearing corporation and not the stock exchange. Stock exchange is where trades take place and settlement of trades take place at the clearing corporation. So, for example, NSE's clearing corporation is the NSE Clearing Limited, which is NCL, and for BSE you have the Indian Clearing Corporation. What are the securities which are offered? What are the services that are offered by a depository participant? I think most of you must be already availing these facilities. Account opening, you know of, demat, remat, demat, conversion of physical share certificates into electronic, remat is conversion of electronic into physical share certificates. Redemption of mutual fund also is possible through SOA mode. Then you have transfer of securities. You must be aware now it is so easy and less riskier to transfer securities into the account, where it used to take days earlier when it was in the physical form, where the share certificate had to go to the registrar and transfer agent. It had to be transferred in the name of the owner. And all those processes used to take a lot of time. Sometimes there was loss of these share certificates. But now with the depository in place, yes, transfer of securities is easily made possible. Change in account details, I'll come to this point later. Important point, though it looks very unimportant here in the slide. Account freeze is a feature where a lot of people are not aware of, which I will elaborate in short. Okay, account freeze is basically, for example, you have some securities in your account, okay, and you wish not to be selling them for a long period of time. Some blue chip companies which you want, which you would wish to keep for children, grandchildren over a long period of time. So what you would do, someone mentioned there is no audio. Radhika, can you confirm whether I'm audible? Hello? Mr. Shah, can you confirm whether I'm audible?
You are audible. You are
Yes,
audible.
audible. Very clear.
Thank you so much because I got a chat and message saying no audio. Karke. Okay,
No,
fine.
ma'am, it's clear.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Maybe there would be some issue at the end of the investor. Maybe they will have to just check that. Okay. Yeah. So coming back to change in account details, I said it looks very unimportant here, but it is an important feature. Why? I will come to that point. I said it a little later. Uh, why it was so important during the time of COVID. Now, so it is okay. Account freeze, as I said. Yeah, account freeze is basically suppose you have some blue chip companies, I said, and you want to retain them and not sell them over a long period of time. You can freeze your account at an account level. Or suppose you have certain scripts, say HLL, or you have, say, State Bank of India. I'm just giving the scripts, I'm just mentioning. So if you want to, lock these, you can freeze ISIN wise also. And last is, for example, you have Infosys 100 shares, and you would like to freeze 50 and keep 50 for trading purposes. Yes, you can go ahead for a quantity level freeze. What you have to do is go to the depository participant and request him to apply the same. But now through e-form, you can do it on your own. There is a slide which will tell you about it. And margin pledge and margin pledge, yes, this topic seems to be very interesting, but it does take a lot of time. What I would suggest is all those who have joined and want to know about pledge, margin pledge, it's a new topic which came somewhere in August last year. And we have sessions on this, so you can register for the session on pledge and margin pledge and be a part of that. I stop here for the first part of it. I have come to the main topic for today, which is NSDL e-services. I now request Mr. Sujay Shah to please take over. Mr.
Yeah,
Shah?
thank you, ma'am. I would like to take over from here as the introduction was given to you for the NSDL services. These are part of NSDL services that are more investor centric. These are basically four services that they have: the Speedy, the Ideas, the NSDL mobile app, and the NSDL e-voting. This is free for all demat holders of NSCL. The newly introduced mobile application is, because the mobile being there and today everybody's using a mobile, NSDL mobile app is a very handy tool for all investors. It just requires your user ID and password to log in. And once you log in or once you register, basically you have to register first and then you will be given a user ID and a password. Once you are registered and you have your user ID password, you can log into your own account. You can view balances in your demat account, the number of stocks that you hold or whatever your holdings are. You give confirmation of EDIS. That's again a new thing started. The EDIS, participant in e-voting. In case you cannot attend the voting that is happening for companies and their general meetings, there is an e-voting, and you can register for ideas. That is for account statements. Now, all this is available at free of cost. It is available on Play Store and Apple Store. So both for your Android phones and your iPhones, both you can use this software, the app. Just very simple steps to register. And idea users can also log in with the same user ID and password. They don't need to register again. The first is the ideas, that is the internet-based demat account statements. It is a facility to view and download updated balances and transactions in your demat account. So any transactions that you do, or in case you need to know what your holdings are, you can log into this and get to the statements. The facility is available to all clients having demat accounts with any NSDL DP. There's a one-time registration that is required for this facility, and it can be done by online. And online, if there's, I think, it's a single holder, and if it's more than one holder, then you have to go and submit the physical form to your DP. There is no charge for using this facility. It's absolutely free, given by, say, NSDL. Now, the features that are there in Ideas is that you can view your latest account balance along with the value as on the previous day closing prices. So this is on the previous day, whatever the closing price, the value is accordingly shown there. You can view transactions that have taken place in your demat account during the last 30 days. Download month-wise statements of transactions for the past 12 months. View ISIN-wise positions transactions for a given market type and settlement number. View and download past 12 consolidated account statements. So you can also download these statements to the ideas, or you can just go and simply view them. To register for these ideas, there are two types of users. One is the one having a user ID and password. Those are known as password users. And the other are the smart card, the e-token users, which is relatively safer than a password. The password users can register online at www.eservices.nsdl.com. This is what the screen would look like when you're trying to register. It'll ask you where you want to register, and you can select ideas and register there. Now, when you're registering for ideas, you have to enter your DP ID, your client ID, your mobile number, and click on the submit button. All the required information that they have asked. Then you have to choose a username and a password of your choice. So you can have your own username and your own password. You can complete the captcha that is for the verification, and you can click on the submit button. So that will take all the information from you and submit to the NSDL main server. And the next, please. So this was about ideas and how you can register. The second is the Speed E service that the NSDL also gives you. It is an online service that enables NSDL DMAT holders to submit various instructions online. So every time now you don't need to go physically to the DP that where your shares are. You can directly submit these instructions online, available to any and all NSDL DMAT account holders, provided his or her DP is registered with NSDL. So only NSDL registered investors can avail of this. The list of DPs offering the services is available at this thing is given, the website is given to you, https://nsdl.co.in/speed e php. Registration is required to avail this facility. Again, you have to register separately for this. Those having a single holder DMAT account can complete the registration online at eservices.nsdl.com. And in case you have a joint holder DMAT account, then the client has to physically go and submit it to the DP that the physical speedy registration has to be submitted along with certain documents. There are two types of access. There are password users and e-token users. Now, as I told you, e-token users are more secure option. In case of password users, facilities can be used by one of the joint holders authorized by the other holders through a power of attorney. And e-token access enables multiple authorizations by a joint holder. So in case of the password holder, then only one of the joint holders can use this. But of course, he has to have the authorization of other holders through a power of attorney. E-token allows you to have multiple authorizations, and any one of the joint holders can use this. Now, the features of Speedy are: you can view and download past 12 consolidated account statements. You can view the latest balances and transactions in your DMAT account. Redemption, repurchase of mutual fund units. Submit electronic delivery instructions limited to pre-notified broker's account. The broker has to be notified that you will be using the electronic delivery instructions, the EDIS, and only if the broker allows can you submit this. Submit of margin pledge instructions, as ma'am already discussed with the pledge and margin pledge are the new ones that are introduced by SEBI. So there are certain pledge instructions that you can submit by Speedy directly. Monitor the status of execution of your transaction, of your instructions. In case you have submitted any instructions, you can monitor that what has happened, has it been passed or has it been rejected for any reason. The additional features for e-token users are you can submit pledge and off-market instructions also. In the normal one, you cannot put in the off-market instruction, but for e-token you can. You can freeze your DMAT account. As ma'am already told you, the freeze of DMAT account is allowed now, and you can freeze your account if you're not going to use your account for a long time. And such freeze can be unfrozen only by you and not by your DP. So you have to give specific instructions for the unfreezing of this account. Yes, ma'am. So now again, registration for Speedy, you have to go and visit the eservices.nsdl.com and click on the new user registration and later select Speedy option. Only a single user can register for this facility. So whoever is the main holder or a single holder can use this. So multiple holder, as I told you, needs a POA from the other joint holders. Now, Speedy e-registration, that is a password-based registration. You have to enter your DP ID, your client ID, and your mobile number and click on the submit button. You have to fill up all the required information that is asked as a form. You have to choose a user ID of your choice. Add CMBP ID or of your clearing member or stockbroker under pre-notified account. You may add up to 6 clearing numbers. So you can have multiple, if you have multiple accounts with multiple brokers, up to 6 clearing members you can add on this. An OTP or a one-time password will be sent on your mobile and email ID registered in the DMAT account. I just put in a word here that the mobile number and email ID, all of you will have to have a very updated one. So all the information will be sent only on that. and you get the correct on the correct mobile number and the correct email account. So the OTP will come and validate your registration request using the OTP receipt. Upon successful validation of the OTP, a registration request will be sent to the concerned DP and the clearing member for authorization. So whichever stockbroker you are having account with and the DP that they are linked with, the request will be sent to them for registration. The DP will authorize the registration request electronically and inform you through email. Clearing members will authorize clients' requests for addition of pre-notified accounts through Speed E facility. In case your clearing member has not subscribed to Speed E facility, then you need to submit a consent letter in a prescribed format from your CM to your DP. So clearing member has to first be registered for the Speed E facility. He should be taking it from NSDL, and only then can you be registered through this thing, or a prescribed format form has to be submitted in a prescribed format from your CM to the DP directly. You will be able to access Speed E facility under authorization by your DP and may submit delivery instructions after successful authorization of addition of pre-notified account by the clearing member. So only if the clearing member is firstly registered, you can register, or then you can register. You can send a form from a clearing member to your DP. The DP is the main person who will accept the authorization, and you may submit that delivery instructions there. Now that was the password based. Now we come to the smart card or e-token based. In this, you have to fill up the Speedy application form available at the same eservices.nsdl.com, or can be obtained physically from your DP. You can submit the duly filled form to your DP. Your DP will register you as a smart card user by assigning a user ID and help you procure a smart card kit, digital signature certificate, and a personal identification number. Install the smart card kit on your computer, and with the user ID, the digital signature certificate, and the PIN, you can start using your Speed E as a smart card or e-token based. Detailed FAQ is available on the site of eservices.nsdl.com. Then we come to the e-voting of shareholders. What is that e-voting? Shareholders have a right to participate in decision-making processes of the companies by voting on resolutions. NSDL facilitates all shareholders holding shares in paper or demat form with NSDL or other depositories. E-voting facilitates this process by removing the need for physical presence and the facility to shareholders to print details of vote. An SMS alert is sent to the shareholders after they cast their votes. So many companies in the general meetings, you have your voting rights to the shareholders. Now shareholders no need to go physically to attend the meeting. They can put in their votes through this facility of e-voting given by NSDL. And it's a very important thing right now with this COVID situation that you don't need to physically go there. How to use this NSDL e-voting services? Multiple options for voting are NSDL e-voting portal, that is evoting.nsdl.com, the NSDL mobile app, ideas and speedy facilities of NSDL, or through integration with other websites. So all these are available, all four multiple options are available for e-voting. Then at the venue, there are voting using the tablets there. So you don't need to go and actually cast your vote there. And NSDL also helps companies to conduct virtual meetings and live streamings of proceedings. The NSDL eDIS gateway. Now, this is a new thing that has been started, the eDIS. There are various modes of submission for debit instruction. So whenever now a DI has to be submitted, again, earlier physically you have to go to the DP and submit it. But earlier the debit instruction was submission of physical DIS by the account holder to the DP, submission of physical DIS by a broker as a holder of power of attorney to the DP, submission of electronic instructions by account holder through the NSDL Speedy, and submission of electronic instructions by the broker as the holder of power of attorney through NSDL Spice. Now, earlier, physical was more important. You have to physically go there and do all this. The broker or you have to give the broker a power of attorney. Now, the power of attorney has been done away with, and directly there's a new mode where submission of instructions by DP directly using EDIS. So, no need to give any power of attorney to your broker. You can directly submit your EDIS. Now, what are the features of this EDIS? Now, EDIS is a really good, started by the DPs. The salient features of this are the EDIS facilities can be used by any NSDL Demat account holder. No need to give a POA to a stockbroker. Secured communication between brokers portal and NSDL system. Securities can be moved to broker's pool account only towards execution of sell transaction. So broker cannot pick up any shares from your account if no POA is there. He's not allowed to touch your account for anything. Whenever you have, only you can move securities from the broker to the broker's pool account towards any sell out transactions that you have done in the market. Off-market transactions are not permitted through EDIS. So you cannot have any off-market transactions. You cannot transfer shares to anybody else's account except your broker's account towards your, in case you sold them in the stock market. So this is how it works. The EDIS process is a chart. What it shows in number one is when the client logs in, it goes to the broker's trading portal. The broker could have any kind of trading portal, a personal or a normal, like an Odin terminal or a Omnisys terminal, whatever. That it goes to the broker's trading portal. Then it is the client is redirected to the NSDL Demat gateway. Here the NSDL checks for the availability of the stock that you want to submit the EDIS for. Then it triggers a client authorization to an SMS goes to the client with an OTP. The client authorizes or authenticates this and it goes back to the NSDL Demat gateway. Then the securities are credited to the clearing member's pool account. Only when the client authorizes this transaction will NSDL give the stocks or securities to the broker or to his pool account, which in turn will go to the NSDL depository module. And there's I missed this response to the broker. There is when the authentication is by the client, there's also an authentication or response that goes to the broker that the client has asked for this EDIS to be processed. And only once the client authorizes this or authenticates this, does this security be moved to the clearing member's pool account. So now and how to be a prudent investor.
So I'll take the.
Yeah, you'll take over. Okay, thank you everybody.
Yes, thank you, sir, for that presentation on the e-services. I'll continue with the presentation on various other features. Like this slide talks on the how you can be a prudent investor, how you could be sharp in maintaining your account. First is you need to keep record of your documents, your statements, your contract notes that could be coming from your broker, from your DP. You need to keep those documents. You need to change your passwords, online passwords frequently. And when you mean online, you need not share your OTP and PIN with anybody else. You should read your SMSs and emails which comes to you. Also, the letters and statements, you should verify and check whether the statements that the investor has received are right for the debits and for the credits. And last is whenever you accept a delivery instruction slip, you should accept it in a booklet form and not in a leaflet form. For example, when you take a checkbook from the bank, you get a whole personalized checkbook. In the same way, you should have your delivery instruction slip as well. Now yes, this was the point where I said I would explain a little later. You need to provide your mobile number and email IDs to your depository participant. The reason here being is I'll tell you some examples. During this lockdown, when it was not possible for you to go to your DP, you would get, suppose you had sold something in your account, you would get a debit SMS in your account. So you were aware that there is a transaction which is taking place with your knowledge. Similarly, in case of statement of account, it was not possible to send your consolidated account statement, that is cash, through post. But people who had submitted their, can I request Mr. Shailendra to put his mic on mute, please? I'm unable to do it because I don't have access to it currently. Mr. Shailesh, can you put your mic on mute, please? Thank you. And email ID, as I said, you will get your cash statement in the e-form. So always keep your mobile number and email ID updated with your DP. We have various publications which we provide to investors and which are available on our website under the education tab. Some time back, I also informed about presentations and programs. We have a schedule of awareness programs which we conduct for the entire, I think March is almost over. There are just 3 on the site currently today, but going ahead in April, you'll find the entire schedule as well. So in case you want to attend various topics, for example, DMAT, REMAT, POA, stamp duty, and also on pledge, margin pledge, you can do so. As I said, we have a newsletter which we prepare for investors, and you can avail it in the e-form by logging on to our website. Go to the education tab, and the letter is the financial kaleidoscope. This screen, this slide, I usually don't speak on. Please take a quick photo of this slide because it gives you numbers whom you need to contact when. Suppose you're having a grievance with the depository participant, or with the depository, or with the stockbroker, you can get in touch with SEBI on their SCORES platform. If you have any grievances which you want to write to NSTL, you can write at relations@nstl.co.in. And if you want to know more information about NSTL, it's info@nsdl.co.in. So with that, I end my presentation, and we would move on to a question answer. Just give me a moment. I just go through the questions that are raised. Sir, there is a question which says, I think you may answer that. How can I transfer my share to my friend without the help of broker electronically?
Electronically, it is not very possible because off-market transactions right now are not allowed electronically. You have to physically go and submit your delivery instructions to the DP. Only then will the off-market transactions be done.
Yeah, thank you, sir. There is a question on cash. I receive cash from NSDL for my investments. Can the following feature be added to this cash? I didn't get the features. I only got this much of the chat. Maybe if you want to elaborate, you can do so, sir. We don't have any further questions currently. Okay, there it is. Okay, if this can be, this suggestion is good, sir. We can take it forward. Name and detail, email, phone numbers of CMBP IDs of brokers, each folio, capital gain statement in IT return format. Okay, let me take this as a feedback, so we can answer you later. Can I redeem mutual funds, sir? There's a question. Can I redeem mutual funds through Speedy?
Yes, through Speedy you can redeem mutual funds. You can ask the DP to do it for you. They'll directly submit it to the mutual fund and redeem.
Yeah. So the next question is, I joined late. Sandeep has to say that. What is the name of the app which has cash holdings, ideas, etc.? It is called the NSDL mobile app. So if you search for it on Google Store or the iPhone, you will get it. Just put NSDL mobile app, so you would get it there.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, certainly. Please go ahead.
Yeah, we normally get this statement through NSDL as a cash form, CAS. Okay,
Yeah.
that is on a monthly basis. Okay, is it possible, like I always to get the similar statement from my DP, where I take it for the year at the year end from 1st April to 31st March, which shows the opening balance as of 1st April, whatever purchases and sold, and then the closing balance. That helps for the IT returns also in case any query is there.
Actually, you get a cash statement bi-yearly, somewhere in April, as you said, that financial year period, and also in September. But you can always request for a cash statement. That shouldn't be an issue.
No
For
cash
the period
statement
financial,
uh,
yeah.
for the financial year or for any period where opening balance, suppose on the 1st April I'm holding say X amount of the particular script, and then I purchase more during the year and I
Yeah.
sold also, and then what is the closing balance?
Yeah, you can get that, sir. That's what I said.
Okay,
There is
yeah.
no issue that you will not get a cash. You can just write and you can get
Uh,
the cash statement for that financial year, what you want. So that shouldn't be an issue. But what I say is regular. Usually you get a cash bi-yearly or whenever you carry some transaction or trades, you get it every month. So if
correct.
you want that financial year basis also, I think you should get that. That shouldn't be an issue. You can write to us at
Okay,
relations@nsdl.co.in.
but that any option is there where I can do it directly, or I'll have to send an email with the request?
You'll because if you want that statement, then you'll have to write to us because that is something different from the regular pattern which is being there. So
Okay,
you'll have
so
to
that will
write.
be chargeable or it will be free of cost?
I don't think so. It'll be chargeable, but you can still check. You just write, so we can just
Mhm.
check it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since this might be needed for all the
useful.
members,
Yes, yes.
so why not put it on the as an option where they can download it directly?
I think through the Ideas platform also you can see it for the period. So you can go
Okay.
through Ideas also and check your statement. So that also you don't have to wait for your cash statement itself. You can go to the Ideas portal and
Mhm.
download the statement.
Okay, I'll try that
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Certainly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will receive. Okay. How can I transfer shares from one demat to an demat account? Yes, you have to use a delivery instruction slip in order to transfer your securities. Or if you're hello. Sir, there is a question. I think it is related to off-market transfer, but I think you can take that. How
Yes.
how did how to I think it is how to transfer my holdings or shares one NSDL to another NSDL account by online.
Online only through EDIS, and that too if you're registered, the broker is registered for EDIS. So first, a broker will have to register. Besides that, you can only do it through physically giving a instruction off-market instruction slip to your DP, and only then can be this thing. But online only through EDIS. That is now catching up with most of the brokers are registration for EDIS. So once your broker also registers for the same, then you can use that platform to transfer from one NSDL account to another NSDL account.
Yeah, there's a question from Yashu Goel, which says, does cash statement contain purchase, sale, details of mutual fund units, shares, or both? It contains everything actually. In fact, cash statement, that is consolidated account statement, gives you a view of all the demat accounts that you have into one single view. So suppose we're having three accounts, okay, with NSDL and CDSL, for example. Suppose you open the account first. The first account was opened with NSDL. You will get your cash statement from NSDL. We how do we come to know? We map the PAN and through the PAN that statement is sent. So it's not only for equities, it's also for mutual fund. It's also for government securities. You get to see everything in your account through the cash statement. I hope I answered that query. Sir, there's a request from someone who says, can you see Mr. Sujay Shah so as to recognize him in future?
Sorry, sir, I didn't understand.
There is a request that can we see Mr. Sujay Shah so we can recognize him in future.
Okay, I'll switch on my video for that. Just a minute.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll take a next question. Regarding presentation, yeah, there's Mr. Sujay Shah.
Hello, everybody.
So we have a next question which says about presentation. Like many a times, people ask me for the presentation. We have put the presentations on the website under the education tab, but this one would not be available. What I would suggest to you is there is so much of literature on our website. You can go to the education tab of NSDL and see literature. There is some booklet on introduction to securities market, which is in layman terms, and it's a very good booklet which SEBI has printed. So you can go through our education tab and see those materials, which are very easy to understand as well. So then you would not require a presentation as such. And for presentation to be sent, we may have to take some approvals. We will have to check that at our end. So I think we are almost to the end of it, but there were some questions which were. I think we have almost finished. If someone feels that he or she should unmute the mic, please go ahead and ask a final question. Yeah, we are done with the questions on chat. Maybe you can unmute, speak your name, and then ask the question.
My name is Kumar from Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
Just now, Kavi is not service in DMS service. Plus, I am holding in the NSDL account. How do you transfer my holding shares in other broker NSDL account? Is possible?
Yeah. So now what has happened recently, I think it was in January, or there is an extension period which is come in where NSDL has written to all the investors who are holding their account with Karvi and who wish to transfer these securities to some other demat account. You have to obtain a client master report from NSDL and provide the same. So what you can do, sir, is in case you have not received this letter from NSDL, what you can do is write to relations, RELATIONS, relations@nsdl.co.in, okay, and tell that you have mentioned your details of Karvi in that, okay. I'll just type that in the chat box. Okay, I have put that ID there. You can write at relations@nsdl.co.in. Okay, and you mentioned that you hold a Karvi account and you wish to transfer the securities to so and so account. So then our team from the investor grievance will write back to you. So there is something which has come up where you can, open a new account with another DP and transfer your holdings from Karvi to that account. I hope I have answered that query of yours, Mr. Kumar.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Anybody else? Or else we have almost crossed our time limit.
I think there are two more questions that are there from
Yeah.
Mr. Ashu Goel. He says, do we need a trading account with a broker to invest in mutual funds, or we need only demat account? So you need only a demat account. You don't really need to open a broker account or account with a broker for mutual funds. You can directly buy and sell mutual funds, and you just need a demat account for the transfer of these mutual funds to that demat account.
Okay.
There's one more that says car statement has only market value of each share. Kindly include cost price and grandfather value.
We will take that suggestion and forward it to the respective team. Yeah, I guess these questions came while I was talking to the other
Yes,
investor.
yes.
Yeah. I think that's it for today. It's Mr. Shah, and thank you, Mr. Shah, for being there
Yes, sir.
around today as well for this webinar on NSDL e-services. And I take this opportunity to
Just
thank
one
you.
last question. Just
Yes,
one
sir.
last question.
Yes, sir.
I've given many suggestions or the queries. Will I get a reply from NSDL? Because
I
you
will
said
put
that
your on related to CAS. I guess you gave these suggestions. Yeah, that's what I said. I will forward these suggestions to the CAS team, and maybe they should be writing to you. Or what I could suggest or request to you is, whatever you have written in the chat box, you can write it to that ID which I have typed already, relations@nsdl.co.in, and then you will get a reply directly from the CAS team.
let me note that.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Let
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
take a note of that. Thank you.
Yeah, relations@nsdl.co.in. You can put your suggestions. They're valuable, and certainly our team will write back to you. Or you can also write to, I can't remember the ID. There's a CAS ID also, but if you write to this also is fine.
Can give me that.
I typed that again for you, sir. You can just copy it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that's the end. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shah, for being there again for this webinar on NSDL e-services. And at any given point of time, let me just mention to all the investors, in case you have any questions, queries, which will come to your mind maybe after the webinar is over, you can write to us at relations@nsdl.co.in, or you can write, you want to know more information on NSDL, you can write on info@nsdl.co.in. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for being there today for the webinar, it being a Saturday evening, and for spending some time, your precious time with us. And thank you, sir, for spending so much of your valuable time with us for these webinars. It's always a pleasure to have you during our programs.
Yes, definitely. Pleasure is all mine also. So thank you so much for everybody.
Thank you, everybody.